stop back on the way.
Fish of the day.
Say something.
50th birthday, right here, baby. 50th birthday.
What's going on, guys? Noah here today, doing a Lake Chickamauga fishing report. Me, Luke, and then my dad, Tony, Papo, Eddie, and Chuck came down here and been fishing the past 3 days. We caught a bunch of fish, not really any size. Besides, Dad caught one that was 10 pounds. I'll show a picture at the beginning or right now. But Dad caught one that was 10. I caught one that was about 4. And we caught a bunch around 3 pounds. Luke caught several that was 3. Tony caught several that was 3. But mostly what we were catching them on was we were throwing a Ned rig, which unfortunately I wanted to come down here and throw a mag draft all week. First day I threw a mag draft all day and did not catch a fish on it. But Luke ended up caught one that was almost 5 pounds. He said came off at the boat, and then he caught one that was 3. Caught a couple that were 3 on a mag draft and about 5-7 foot of water on laydowns. But I threw it all day, so I wouldn't guarantee on that to catch any fish on that. But Ned rigs, this was just the bait of choice that I thought. I caught about all my fish on it. Caught several that was about 2 pounds. But catching them at the beginning on Main Lake, and it was at the beginning of a little map like points, and we were catching them. I guess they were pre-spawn fish about to go back up into the creeks. We caught several like that. Not really any big ones, but we caught several like that. Dad caught one on a wacky rig. That's what he caught his 10 pounder on, and that's what he was catching most of them on, was a wacky rig, just a Cinco. And that was also on a point that was going into a little slough, so it was probably pre-spawn. But that slough also went up into pretty shallow water. Water temp was about 65, 66 yesterday, so they were pushed up pretty good. When it was sunny, we ended up going back in this flat and catching several spawning. We caught a 3, 8, and then one that was about 4 pounds spawning. Caught that on this bait right here. It's a Yamamoto crawl. They're newer. It was white. I caught several fish like that. I mean, I had fun doing it. I think I caught 6 or 7 that were spawning. 6 or 7 that was spawning and just real shallow. But caught them pretty good. Saw several that were spawning. And we saw one that was about 6-7 pounds. Couldn't get it to bite. It wasn't really locked on. There were several that weren't locked on. There were several that were locked on. But the ones that seemed to be locked on were more the smaller fish. Biggest one that locked on was about that 4 pounder. Also caught some fish on a jig. Got a little finesse. I think it's the G-Man balling out jig is what we caught them on. But it's and then a rage crawl on the back. Caught those fish in about 5-7 foot of water on stumps. If you could find stumps, you could find fish, basically, is what we figured out. But Luke, this is the mag draft. Luke caught his on. It's the clear one. He caught several fish on that, like I said. But try to find, the best thing that we figured out was, if you want to catch numbers, go to the front of the creeks, the mouth of the creeks, fish the points at the mouth of the creeks. They more like the pebble rock. Throw on those with Ned rigs and you'll catch a bunch of fish. We caught a bunch of fish doing that. But if you want to catch more of the size, I'd recommend throwing a mag draft. You're going to catch some fish. You're not going to catch a bunch, but throw a mag draft in about 5 to 7 foot of water where there's laydowns and stumps, and just slow roll it by it. You could get lucky and catch a couple big ones doing that. But also, if you want to catch 3-4 pounders, 3, 4, 5 pounders, go try to find them spawning. We didn't do much of that. Dad didn't want to do much of that. I really like doing that kind of stuff. So we went about an hour and we caught a 4 and a 3.5. So we really did like doing that, but they were really shallow. And we figured out that most of them are back in flats. not more on the banks, but if you could find a long flat that you could see with that sun up, we really caught them doing that. But that's about it. We were here for 3 days, probably caught, Luke and them caught about 15 to 20 a day. We caught about 15 to 20 a day. So we caught about 30, 40 fish a day between the two boats. So it wasn't too bad, wasn't too good though, but Dad catching that 10-pounder was definitely the best part of the trip. 50th birthday, so heck of a way to spend your 50th birthday catching a 10-pounder. But thank you guys, and that'll be it. God bless. See you at the top.